Hi, today we got the first ever Raspberry Pi, and with the camera module connected to a CSI header with raspi-config, we will make it a streaming service that you can access through the browser, and also you can download every single frame using Python. So let me show you how it works. First of all, we need to get wired up with the Ethernet, so let's connect it. So what you have to do using the Ethernet is to add a DHCP server so it can connect to something and get an address. So once it gets the address, it will start the camera service. So when it's ready, the camera LED will light up. So still waiting. And we got the service running, so no need to configure anything on the Raspberry Pi. So okay, let's take a look how this looks in the browser. Okay, so I got this running here, and let's take a look at the screen again, and yeah, that looks funny. So yeah, the camera works. Okay, so about the details. So right here you got the address and the port that you have to access, together with the file that you want to get, so the JPG, and about the address here. So in my case I use a old firewall, and I did set up a DHCP server, and I get this address, so the first one ever. And so about the second feature, so getting the frames using Python. So I got right here a script. So let's take a look here. So I'm grabbing the photo at this location. So instead of JPG, it's just JPG. Okay, so let's just run it. So this is the frame that is going to be saved as the last one, and the rest are just saved at the folder. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, just so I will be holding my hand like this. Okay, finish, and let's take a look at the picture. So we got the recent one. Okay, fine. So this works, and it saves everything in the folder. So you got everything recorded every 1 second or something like this. And right here we got still the stream. Okay, so let's stop this. So it's stopped, and let's take a look what we got in the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so about configuring the Raspberry Pi, so let's type in the address. Okay, the default login and password, so Pi and Raspberry. Okay, so first of all, that you have to do once you got the system installed is to change the sources list, because they changed over time. So let's go ahead and go to the directory where we got this. So Ethernet things apt, and once we list it, we got the sources.list. So let's quickly take a look at it. So right here I changed it to legacy and erased everything after contrib. So this is quite enough. So just save it. In this case, no. Okay. After this, you have to type in sudo apt get update. So it updates the packages. Okay, so it's done. So the next step is to install Python3. So you have to type in sudo apt get install Python3. I already got it installed, so it will say that's all installed. Great. So the next thing is to install the library for the camera. So p camera without two, just the first one. So once you get this installed, in my case it's already done, we can copy the script in order to start the service. So in my case I've got it in home py and ns. So in the USB I've got the mounting point for the USB. So I will show you how to copy things from USB in a moment. And in the camera folder I got the scripts for the service. So let's go in there. So in the rpca1.python I got the script that is used for the camera service. So let's quickly take a look. So let me just quickly launch this. So we got the regular includes for the socket server, the library that we just downloaded, and this is the default page that we will see once we just type in the address with the port. And by the way, we got the dimensions defined here, and the camera is configured at the bottom right here, so you can just change the frame rate and the resolution. And also, if you want to change the port, you can just simply erase those two zeros and you just have HTTP, so you don't have to type in any port. Okay, and about the content, so when we just type in the address without any page, we just get the index here. So the page that we got defined here. Okay. Next on grabbing the frames. So I added here a stream.jpg and it just sends the content. So right here we just simply send the whole image. So there will be just a little bit problem because you might not be able to see the frame in your browser because you don't get the info about the content here. And if you want to use the Python script, you would have to erase this information at the beginning or whatsoever. So I just simply commented this. So you won't have any problems downloading the whole image using the script. But you can simply change something in order to accommodate. However, the main stream is right here. So you get the content info and you will be receiving frames non-stop in a stream. So a photo after photo after photo and so on. So just like this. Quite simple. It's most of the script taken from the pCamera web page. So you have the link in the description. Okay, so this is about the script, and now the next thing is how to make the script run as a service. So now let's go in to the main folder and in the lib folder. So let's go into it. We've got the system.d folder. So let's get in. And in here we got the system folder. So again, so in the system folder we got all of the resources for the services. And to add a new one for the camera, we would probably type in something like sudo touch and the name of our service. So in my case it would be camera.service. But I already did this and created one. So it is camera.service right here. So let's quickly see what's in there. So sudo nano camera service. So we got the description, the used target, so everyone, the service. So we start up Python3 with the script of our service, so the one I showed you, and again the target. Okay, so once we got this, we can now reload the services. So in order to do this, we have to type in again sudo and systemctl daemon reload. So this is reloading all of the new added services, and we can type in now enable and the name of our service, so camera.service. So it enables our camera, and we can check how the process is doing by typing in status. So we got the info on the service, it's running, it has the process ID 478, and we got the logs from the service. So those are the logs of the connected computers, what has been read, and so on. Okay, so this is it for the service in the Raspberry Pi. Now let's go ahead and take a look how to grab the frames and save them in a folder. So let's take a look at the script, and what you need to install is to have the requests and the sh util and a few includes. You can also include OpenCV and display the image, but I got it commented right here. It only saves the file to your folder. So right here you need to change the address to the one that is specific for your device, and it will save the image into the folder. If there's a problem, there will be a notification here printed that something went wrong, so it's not okay, or the connection timed out. Hope you find it useful in your projects, and see you in the next one.